Hey guys, Anthony here. It is Monday, September 9th, 2024, and it is about 7:50 a.m. my time. I'm sitting out here waiting for my wife. She had an appointment, and I've got the dogs with me, Teddy and Charlotte. In fact, I just did a video listening to some ham radio chatter that's going on this morning. That's what you heard in the background. Then I have another radio here, just an FRS radio scanning some local FRS family radio service channels. Sometimes these places around here, although a lot of them are still closed, use FRS as their comms. So I get to listen to what the cooks and chefs are saying in the kitchen or in a local medical facility, whatever. But
Repeater's also dead this morning. It was usually very busy during the drive time. Well, the early drive time, and it is busy.
Watched a couple videos over the weekend regarding New York City, and I saw a gentleman, I forget his channel, but he was going around to different hotels, and apparently there were military personnel in the hotels occupying, the lobbies, or it looked like they were running or taking over or in charge of that hotel, that particular hotel. And he was asking them, and I don't know if he's an independent journalist or what he was, but he was asking the military personnel, what is your mission here? What are you guys doing? Are you watching over migrants? Are you getting ready for something? Is there something going on that we need to know? And so he never got an answer. And I'm not sure if they were National Guard. I think they may have been National Guard troops. Oh, here we go. There's FRS. Maybe we'll hear something. Nope, nothing yet. It's still scanning. So I think they were National Guard troops and not regular Army troops. But again, that hasn't been confirmed that I know of. So if anybody knows about that, would you please let us know in the comments section. Also saw in New York City over the weekend some videos on many hazmat trucks parked in an area of the city, and people dressed in hazmat suits. Not sure if they were doing some type of drill or getting ready for something. Again, all this stuff is going on leading up to the elections. Then I saw, again in New York City, the governor, Kathy Hochul, making an announcement regarding the COVID resurgence, telling people to get, their, talking about masking and all this other stuff. So is something getting ready to break where we're going to be on, initially voluntary lockdowns and then mandatory lockdowns? Is that something that's coming? I think there is something coming because we still have in a few weeks the bird flu summit in Washington, D.C. that I did a video on, over a month ago. And it was right from the their website, birdflusummit.com, I believe it is. And I printed out the 10-page, excuse me, the 10-page outline of the October 2nd through the 4th, different days on what they were going to be talking about. And it wasn't very good, the things that were listed. It was pretty serious. And so is that getting ready to gain some traction with bird flu? I think I heard of a case in one of the states, maybe it was Missouri, I'm not sure, of a person that contracted bird flu and it wasn't from any known animal source. So are they going to push the human to human contact or transmission in the next couple of weeks with the bird flu, so that summit can gain its traction that it needs for the world to start the next the next pandemic scenario. So there's a lot going on with that. Mpox, I think, has been kind of quiet, at least that I have heard on my end. If you guys have heard anything on that, please let us know in the comments section. Or if anything you have to add, please add it in the comments section. Also, was at my mom and dad's house last night till about 10:30. My mom was watching the Fox News and all the things that they had parading on Fox News, and I kind of said to her, that the same people that own Fox own CNN. It's all like, they just give you a little bit of the right, a little bit of the left, depending on which station you're choosing. But basically, they're all run and owned by the same conglomerates, the same owners. Just seems to fall on deaf ears, but people like to be entertained, so I guess that's what is going on with everything right now regarding the presidential or the selection season that's coming. We talked about illegal migrants being brought in by various NGOs, and how it's been shown that they're going to motor vehicle licensing places around the country and getting IDs, not necessarily driver's license, but the ID looks just like a driver's license and it enables you to vote. So how many of those people that have been brought in are registered to vote already? That's one of the questions one of the things I was telling my mom and dad, and I'm saying there is no number on that I know of how many of these people are already registered. I hear a lot of people on the right, and my mother said, no, Trump's people are going to watch and make sure nobody votes illegally. I'm like, yeah, but the machines can be switched internally from one vote to another. Who's going to watch? That's impossible to watch. And if all these people are already registered or have IDs to vote, they could vote. And if there's some type of lockdown or something where you have to vote a paper ballot, vote from home or something like that, can this be the same scenario that occurred or similar in 2020? And my thinking is, yes, there's going to be a lot of shenanigans being played again, maybe from different angles, but this time there's more quivers more arrows in the quiver that they have, because they brought in so many more people over the last 3.5 years that they could use in various states to tip the scales or make them a lot closer. So that remains to be seen. I'm curious to see how that goes. I'm curious to see how these people on the right are going to examine or watch over the voting. That didn't go too good the first time around. They weren't allowed to see anything. The people that were, asking to say, hey, what's going on here? Oh, no, there's nothing to see here. We're taping up the windows, or there's a flood, you can't come in, or this is closed, or that's off limits, or yeah, we'll get to you in a minute. And then, just being ignored. So that's going to be a pretty interesting scenario to see all that play out now as early voting's getting ready to start. And the debates are coming up, and my mother's talking about, Trump's going to win the debate. And I says, does it really matter who wins the debate? Does it really matter who's selected? Does it really matter in the global scheme of things? I don't think so. I think the world order or the system that's being put into place is going to happen whether Trump is elected or Kamala is elected. Either one, it doesn't matter. The world system's still moving forward. Um, the How it progresses may be a little different depending on which party's in office, but it's still going to progress and meet an end and get to a goal. It may take longer or under one group to happen versus the other group, um, but it's still going to take place. So all of that was I was out with them till about 10:30 last night. We were talking that kind of stuff, and I think it's interesting to see what's been going on regarding all of this. Now that we're in September and October's right around the corner, and before you know it, it'll be selection season, selection time. So let me know in the comments what you guys think, what you guys have seen, what you guys have heard regarding some of these things that I'm bringing up this Monday morning. And I haven't even touched on the shooters and Second Amendment and all that kind of stuff. That's still a separate video. So thanks for watching. Take care. Stay ready. And watch your six. Anthony signing off.